What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Captain Chad Gabbs. We're here at the TFE Ranch, the TFE compound, where we offer board and train programs and also pet boarding. Listen, guys, I'm just going to be showing you a little bit about what I'm doing right now anyway, so I figured I'd pop the camera on and record it a little bit. And because we now have our mic back, it's one of the reasons why I haven't been producing longer videos, so that you could hear me just as good, even if I have to go this way or this way and create distance from the camera. Okay, because as we're going through what I'm doing right now with the little dog Blue, which you may have seen in previous videos, I want to be able to explain a little bit to you guys of what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And that way it gives you the opportunity to be able to make sense of it. And if you could make sense of it, you may consider trying it. And if you consider trying what we're doing here, you might become a little bit of a better dog owner, and your relationship might even become a little bit stronger with your dog, which is ultimately what dog training is all about. It has absolutely nothing to do with being your dog's alpha. And you're going to see a little bit about that when you see me interacting with Blue right now, because for me, it's about having a good time with the dog. And of course, there's certain contexts where we're going to have to take more control and ask a little bit more of them in reference to their impulses and things like this. But overall, lots of good positive experiences with the dog, and understanding that dogs are very self-serving. And if you kind of understand this about dogs, then you can kind of like turn it around on them. I call it the art of counter manipulation, where I know what you like, and if I could just get you to do something that I need you to do, I could be like, oh, let's do it in a fun way. Let's make it fun for you to do these things, because what do you guys want to do when you're having more fun? Probably want to keep doing it. You're probably going to gravitate towards it, okay? So that's why we do some of the things that we do in this video. That's what we're going to be going over. If you don't mind, leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you get stuff from it. If you're not getting shit from this and you're not watching the videos and you're kind of clicking out whatever, don't subscribe. But if you're taking from my videos and you're getting value out of them, and you don't subscribe or you don't like the video, you're like the kid that takes the whole bowl of candy on Halloween and just walks away when you should have just left it there and like let other people come up and get some candy for themselves. You're basically just stealing. Okay, there's no cost for this. The only cost is taking the 1.5 seconds that it takes to click subscribe or like. All right. Don't touch that dial. I'm gonna keep the camera rolling. I'm gonna go get Blue out here and we're gonna get started. Come, Blue. Good girl. Good girl, mama. Good. So we are still rolling. Hopefully I didn't lose. Let me check my mic real quick. Make sure we're going on the mic. Beautiful. We're still going on the mic. This is Blue. She's a little herding dog. I typically don't recommend these dogs for first-time pets because they're kind of psycho. And it takes a lot to continue to fulfill them, to fulfill their needs. I guess that goes for any dog. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. Maybe a video for another time for that. Good. So I'm a guy that really likes to take my dog places, and I like to have off-leash freedom. I like to be able to trust my dogs to be off-leash. And one of the issues that I see with people and their dogs, we're just going to keep cruising like this, is they don't ever take their dogs off a leash. And for me, it really sucks to see this, especially if they have really young dogs. Because what young dogs have is like this natural drive. A lot of the time they have like this natural pack drive where they kind of just hover around the owner. Now in this particular instance, she knows that she's working for food. And a lot of the time I'll use gameplay for dogs like this as well. If they show the desire, if they show that they have like a play drive. This dog doesn't really necessarily like enjoy playing too much, so I just use food as a reward system. But the whole point in this video, you guys, is basically how are we going to set a foundation from a young age? How are we going to set a foundation to teach my dog to be off leash with reliability? Now, the one way that I know how to do it is to teach the dog to want to be around me a lot. Okay, and to have the dog off leash a lot with me. Now, every time she comes back to me, I'm going to give her a little piece of food. You're going to see, I'm just going to start walking, If she gets distracted and does something else or whatever, see if I can't get her to go do something other than follow me around. But even if she doesn't piss off and go do some other stuff, I could still intermittently pay her just for being around me. And she knows what it feels like to be off the leash with me. That's the problem with people that never take their dogs off the leash. They don't know what it feels like. So you keep your puppy on a leash all the way up until they're 2 years old. Next thing you know, you take the leash off. The dog's never felt what it's like to be off the leash. Why in the world would this dog even consider coming back to you or even wanting to hover around you? They've never experienced being off the leash before. Does that make sense? So I actually obviously have the luxury of all this space to where we can simulate this off-leash experience without the risk of her fucking bolting off or whatever, you know. But this is just what I'm doing right now. And the whole session revolves around her following me around and getting paid for doing it. Like, that's it. Yes. You know, I could mix in like a sit here and there, you know what I mean? I could do like a sit and a down, you know, sit and a down randomly. Good. But the whole point is, dude, she's following me around and she's having a good time doing it. I want to be like the center of my dog's universe, especially when we start to go into, you know, more competing motivator type of an environment where there's more stimulants and there's more things. Having a good foundation before going into those types of environments is really important, because then it gives something the dog to fall back on. And I say that a lot, because a lot of people expect more out of their dogs than what they've actually taught. And unless you have a foundation for communication before you go into those situations, how in the world could you expect anything? You can't expect shit. The dog doesn't know. The dogs don't just come wired to understand what you need and want from them. And everybody has their strategy. My strategy revolves around my dog wanting to be with me, my dog enjoying being with me. But there's also some rules and boundaries and structure and routine and repetitions and exercise and all these things incorporated into all of it. So there's certainly more strategy than just having a good time. There's all these things intertwined within the relationship building process that gets us the dog where we become one flesh with them. We have a relationship. That's all I really got for you guys today, man. And this whole session, people, I want to end it with this. People often wonder how long my sessions are. My sessions, formal training sessions like this, as long as it takes for me to feed them their meal, and then I'll go put them away. Give them some crate time after we get out here and party for a while. Pull them out, do it again. It's not about how long your training sessions are. It's about the quality of the training session. What are we practicing? See, because time and time again, I get people to bring me their dogs and their relationship is suffering, and they've had their dogs for a long time. I build a better relationship with their dogs in 3 weeks than they did their entire life. Good girl, Blue. See how she just came back to me voluntarily? That's free shaping a recall. What happens every time she comes back to me? Something pretty fucking cool. You understand? That's all I got, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for tapping in. I'm Captain Chad Gabbs. This is Team Floppy Ears. We are here at the TFE Ranch. And we'll see you at the next one. Peace.